God delivers Israel out of Egypt with his mighty hand. One of my favorite stories to read in the Bible. And now the Israelites are in the wilderness. And you would think that after God parted the Red Sea, that they would cross over and be right in the promised land. But nope, there's more testing. There must be something that God sees in testing his people to see if they're ready for the next thing. And so the Israelites are wandering in the wilderness. They become stiff-necked. They want to do things their own way and rebellious against God. And so what could have been a day's journey, some scholars say 11 days, 40 days, turns into 40 years of wandering in the wilderness because of complaining, and because they forgot about who God is and what he did for them to part the Red Sea, for them to walk on dry ground. And so my encouragement to you in how to not prolong the wilderness seasons, one of the first things we have to be aware of is remembering what God has delivered us from. I don't know how many times I forget the goodness and faithfulness of God in my life, the miracles that he has done in my life when I'm up against the next thing. You just forget. It's like you have amnesia. And that's why I think it's so important for us to write down what God has done, because it's so easy to forget. I started doing voice notes and on my phone and recording so that I can capture the greatness and miracles of our God whenever I forget and I begin to doubt what he's done. The next thing that is important is for us to be thankful. The Israelites, God shows himself as Jehovah Jireh in the wilderness and provides manna, daily bread for them to eat. And then they begin to complain and they're ungrateful and they're like, why did you bring us out here, Moses, to leave us out here and die? We would have rather died in Egypt. And yet God continues to show himself time and time again to the Israelites, but they rebel and they complain. And so if we are going to shorten the time in the wilderness through God testing us, if we're ready for the promise, we've got to, number one, remember what God has already done. And number two, we have to be thankful in everything. Because when we're thankful, we don't even have time to complain. Just thank him for what he's done. Thank him for the little things. And there'll be no room to complain. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon.